What's going on, wrestling fans? It is I, Steve Fall, and welcome to Tank Out. On today's edition, I am talking to, he has so many monikers, the Agent, the Indy God, Death Match King, always ready, Matt Cardona. How are you doing today?
A lot better since you called me the Agent. I really tried to get that one over. It didn't really work out. So I appreciate you. Spent a lot of money on that trademark. I appreciate you using it.
Of course. Well, because you're going to MLW September 3rd, and the video that was highlighted on your own Twitter account did bring up that you are an agent, a free agent as well.
I'm trying to get it over. I don't think it's working, but I'm trying here.
We'll try to do it just together, me and you right now. Let's see if we can make it work. But you, right before we started talking, you're like, I was at the gym. I'm very busy. Like, how many hours of the day, like realistically, are you working on action figures, marketing, working out, tanning, making your videos? Like, how many hours are you actually putting in?
I mean, I joke that I don't have time to shit. But sometimes it's like, ooh, do I do it now or do I hold it and do it later? And it's a good problem to have. I'm very busy. This morning I woke up. I had a call for some other fucking pitch. Then I went to the gym. Then I have this. Then I have something else. Then I have Whatnot, where we do live auctions. Major Pod does live auctions every Monday. Then I record the podcast. And then after the podcast, I ship out those orders. So, I mean, my Mondays are always slammed. But listen, I'm doing what I love. I can't really complain about it.
Right. Because obviously you're building an empire. And I know everyone always tries to suggest, like, well, what if your wife's in the WWE? Why wouldn't you go? But yet you're building an empire that's so large, obviously making you lots of money. So it's like, in my brain, like, are you doing better now than you ever have in your entire life?
Oh, 100%. I've gone on record saying that.
Yeah.
2022 was the most successful I've ever been in my career. I don't care if you define it by accolades, money, happiness, and 2023 is going to top 2022. So listen, if WWE or AEW or Marvel Studios, whoever calls me up right now, I'd have a conversation, right? But it's all about the two C's, the cash and creative.
100%. And your creative is just flowing right now because you're posting these videos that I see on YouTube and on Twitter and everywhere around the world. You and Steph Delander going out there in 4th of July celebrations, going to Disney. You went in a boat and lost a camera inside the water.
Yeah.
Like, these are hilarious. Now, are you writing these along with someone else, or is this all just a brainchild of your brain?
It's definitely Steph and I going back and forth every week ever since we've been teaming. We've been putting out a video, haven't missed a week, because we want to force this on people. We're not on Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Collision. We're not. So we have to, advertise ourselves and plug ourselves and promote ourselves. So every week we put out a video. And you know what? Sometimes I don't want to put out a video. I don't want to film a video, but I have to, right? No one is going to push ourselves except for us. So you talk about the hard work. I mean, yeah, you got to do the hard work. Things, at least for me, they don't come easy, and that's fine. I'm not going to bitch and complain about it. If I want something done, I have to do it myself, and that's fine.
Right. And I see people talk about like this interaction of you online making these videos, talking about your matches as well, but it feels like you're creating a personality that is beyond just your in-ring work. It's coming forth, and it's really obviously moving things because you're selling action figures like crazy. You got big rubber guys coming out.
Oh, what a plug. Look at that. I just have it right here. I'm always ready.
Look at that.
Just have it right here. If you're watching the video, just have it right here.
It's right there. And I did see Demolition is joining this line of toys. And to me, Demolition, top 5 greatest tag teams of all time. You choose what you put them in that order. But them coming on board, like, how does this happen? Because this looks exactly like the product you would see in the LJNs.
Right. So the LJNs, these are called the big rubber guys. We were trying to think of what should we call these things, right? Like, and so many people, they refer to them as big rubber guys. Like, why don't we just use that name? I know. And luckily it was available when we trademarked it. And that's what we want to do. We want to continue that LJN line. So for instance, they made Axe, but they never made Smash. So we like, all right, we got to make Smash. We might as well make an Axe because if you're just collecting these figures, not the LJN, you need Axe. And also the Axe figure is a lot of money, on eBay in the secondary market. So we have a lot of great guys lined up. I'm not going to reveal them all here. In August, we have Marty Jannetty. We have announced that Marty Jannetty will be up for sale, and somebody else who I think is really going to shock the wrestling community. So we're really excited about this line. Like, the major bennies we have, they're cool, but these are so much better, because I don't think anyone was really begging for the Just Toys Bendums to continue. But I think there's a lot of fans out there, who want the LJNs to continue. And we're going to do both. The Bendies are our bread and butter. That's what led us to these big rubber guys. But really, it just popped in my head now. I have 2 toy lines that I'm in charge of making. It's pretty damn cool, man.
So are you going out there, and when you're at these conventions or arenas, are you talking to some of these guys like, hey, I have this kind of thing going on? You pitching this to wrestlers? Like, how is this happening?
Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly what's going on. If I see them at conventions, or, a lot of these guys I've known throughout the years. Demolition, I did not. So it was actually Heath Slater, Heath Miller, whatever you want to call him, who knows Barry Darso, Smash, and he gave us the contact. And I was just at a convention this week, met Demolition for the first time, took a picture together. I said, thank you for coming on board. And, a lot of these smaller toy companies, these independent toy companies, I'm grateful that they started, but they're biting off a lot more than they can chew. And they're signing these talent, and, they're promising the world. And then it takes a year, 2 years, sometimes more, for them to get their figure out. So, right. We put Demolition up for pre-order in July. These are going to be in hand October, November. So we know what we're doing, because we just know what we're doing. That's all I can say.
Right.
We just know what we're doing.
Right. When you think of toy lines, you don't ever think of the CEO. Like, oh, I know who the CEO of that toy company is. Really no one, but you are the face of this brand, and you're out there, and obviously your social media is helping out everything you're doing. Sure. So I think it's like a new generation. I think maybe even after you, someone is going to be like, I used to love something else, and they're going to create the action toy line. Yeah. Like, I don't know how you make a G.I. Joe, because obviously they're still intact, but like things on that nature are going to find, you're going to be like the pathway, just like you created pretty much YouTube and Twitter, and everyone else followed. Maybe they would have followed earlier, who knows? But in reality, you're doing amazing work. But you said you couldn't announce all names that were going to be part of the big rubber guys. But can I throw it in? Blue Cane? Could Blue Cane?
Oh boy.
Be this?
Is Blue Cane, does he actually work? I know he's all over Twitter, and I'm begging for a match, but I don't know if he's actual wrestler. I don't know where he's from.
I don't either.
Book Matt Cardona at gmail.com if you're a promoter and you want to book it. But my rate's pretty high, so you better have a lot of money.
I always wondered how that's possible, where you're like, okay, there's Kane, obviously trademarked, obviously owned by the WWE, and then I'm like, oh, this Blue Cane, he's everywhere. Like, if he were underneath the radar and you didn't see this, sure, you could probably get away with it. But he is everywhere right now on Twitter. I'm thinking, how is he not getting sued?
See, I'm a pro wrestler and a action figure maker. I don't know anything about copyright law, but I think it might fall into I think it might be parody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how, Blue World Order, BWO. I don't know. Right. Blue Cane. I'm not sure.
That's true.
It's clearly a parody.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not pretending to be.
No, you have someone else for that. But
That's right.
Yeah. I was recently in London for Money in the Bank, and John Cena showed up. I was trying to go to the bathroom, so I had to run back. And he announced that pretty much WrestleMania in London could go hand in hand someday. But I know you're a big Disney guy. Let's move past London. Do you think WrestleMania ever could be in Disney?
In WrestleMania in Disney?
In Disney.
I mean, I'm sure Disney World is huge. They could probably find a spot for it. I'd rather it be in London than Disney, but you never know. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, it's wrestling. Anything can happen here in the World Wrestling Federation.
I mean, they did film WCW Saturday Night in Disney.
Yeah.
Small,
obviously, but
yeah, but you never know.
It's possible, just transform that castle somehow into a wrestling arena. I don't know how you do it, but
wow, that'd be a pretty cool set,
right?
They do the projections and stuff like that. That could be like the Tron. Man, it's fuck. That's really cool now thinking about it.
Mickey Mouse getting a Stone Cold Stunner. Hello,
wow.
Like this.
Hey,
all.
I like where your head's at.
I'm just here to promote everything here, everything. Though you and Steph, I know you talked about it before in other interviews, but coming together, I interviewed her right after, a week later after she didn't work for the WWE, and the person you see on TV and the internet now, completely different from there. So how did your paths kind of cross in this transformation of both of you come together?
It's like you said, I've said it before, but I'll make it short and sweet. Long story short, Chelsea Green went to WWE. Brian Myers signed with Impact full time, was doing less indies, and they're kind of that's my whole package, that, Matt Cardona comes out, but then there's Chelsea Green, here's Brian Myers, and Hornswoggle's into the ring, So without Chelsea and Brian, I felt naked out there, and I knew I needed somebody. I didn't know who it was going to be. And then I was in Australia for World Series Wrestling. I saw Steph Delander. She's just as tall as me. Looks like she can kick my ass.
Yeah.
Piercings, blonde bangs, tattoos. Said this is it. So I called Chelsea, said, "Hey, would you mind if I pitched to travel the world with this chick?" And she said, "Yeah." And then Steph was on board. I'm like, "All right, well, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go." I got the promoter to that tour, put us together. I said, "Okay, well, now we got to do it next week." Right. It's hard, my like I said, my rate's kind of high anyway, so it's kind of hard to. Oh, by the way, promoters, you got to add this girl, pay her, put her up. Everyone's like, "No way." I said, "Okay, well, fuck this. I'll do it. I'll fly her in. I'll pay her. I'll put her up because I believe in it, and I know the investment will pay off, and it has, because these promoters just took one look at her and said, 'Oh shit,' and the rest is history, really. And putting out these videos every single week. We've been in England. We're going to Japan. We've been in Australia already. We're going back to Australia. So we're taking over. And whether you like it or not, we're gonna force this down your throat. Like you said, you look at my social media feed, it's post. I know nothing about the algorithm. I don't give a shit about the algorithm. I care if you know who I am and what I'm doing. I don't care if you like me. I don't give a shit if you like me or not, but you're going to know what I'm doing, who I'm with, what promotion I'm wrestling at. Like, you're going to know all that stuff because I'm going to force it down your throat.
Of course. And you have so many championships right now. And I keep seeing images of your luggage breaking or being lost. Is there some sort of deal that could be you and a luggage company? It seems like it makes sense. You're always carrying around a bag. Hello.
Yeah. So the luggage, the past couple of weeks, I've had some bad luck with the luggage. That's true. But yeah, it's true. After I won the House of Glory championship, I think that was my 8th championship, and my bag literally broke. So yeah, if Toomey or any other, I think Toomey's the way to go. All the other bag companies suck. You go to Target or Walmart, the bag will last a week or two. So Toomey, if you're listening, I would love a custom Indy God piece of luggage.
Yes, you need it, because that's you carry around that bag everywhere and it breaks, and it's so many championships inside it. Like, it's free advertising. It's just carrying around a billboard.
I travel with 4 bags. It's unbelievable. I have one bag with like my clothes and my normal stuff. Then I have a bag with all my gear, with the belts. Then I have another championships. I'm sorry, Vince. Vince, if you're listening, championships. Then I have a bag, which is basically like my portable mall. Everything I sell at my gimmick table. Then I have this case that looks like you carry a gun in it. And I actually got stopped by TSA. They held my bag back. I was waiting at the conveyor belt, didn't come around. I'm like, oh shit. Went to the baggage. They had it back there. They thought it was a gun. It's my Deathmatch King crown. So yeah, it's a lot of bags I travel with.
Wow. There's a crown in there, sir. Back away.
Yes.
Back away, sir. We don't believe you.
Right.
Oh my.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude.
That's the life I'm living.
Wow. That's scary. The fact that you have such a impressive case to hold a crown, well, like there's the guns in there.
You can't just put a crown on a backpack. Trust me, it breaks. I learned the hard way.
Oh,
you wrap it in bubble wrap all day long. Not gonna last.
No, wow, that's impressive though. That is impressive. But so recently though, you and Bully Ray, on different programs, don't like each other. Every time I seem to talk to each one of you, you don't like each other. What's up with that?
Yeah, he's a bully. He's extreme shaming me. He's saying I'm not hardcore. I'm not extreme. We had a war last December in the ECW arena. Last week he put me through a flaming table in the ECW arena. I don't know what his problem is. I saw he just he was looking for a tag team partner for Impact. He could have picked me. He didn't pick me. So I don't know what his deal is. I feel like I don't know if he's jealous that I'm the new face of Extreme. I'm the Deathmatch King. But listen, he put me through that flaming table. He kicked me out of the ECW arena forever. I respect Bully. I respect everything he's done. I respect, somebody who, after wrestling with Busted Open, he doesn't have to wrestle. He's making enough money, saved his money, but he loves to wrestle, and I respect that. But I don't really know what his problem with me is. I just don't understand. I think it could be jealousy. That's it.
Maybe it is. I don't want to get in the middle of this, so I'll just say it definitely is. Yeah. No, but that's insane that going through a flaming table, though, you've done so much. like in the past couple of years of just all these weapons so adding this to your layer of who you are, is that really like thinking about how can I top this? How can I top this? Like, have you reached a level of I'm not happy with my success, I keep needing to go forward?
That's a great question. You're, I shouldn't say, I don't want to generalize this. I'm always chasing the next thing, right? I'm always chasing the buzz, chasing the next moment, but I'm still grateful for the journey. I'm still appreciating the journey, So it's not like, I have something cool and I'm like, ah, shit, what's the next thing? But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh shit, what's the next thing? Because I don't like to live like in the past or, oh, that, WrestleMania 32 was a great one. That was fucking 8 years ago, right? Fuck, I gotta live in the now. Of course, I appreciate the moments, but I can't be someone who just harps on the past and the glory days and the good old days. That's not what this run is about. This run is about reinventing myself, having fun, proving my fans right. I've said it before. Don't give a shit about proving the doubters wrong. If I do, great. But that's not the mission here. That's not the goal.
Right. Of course. No, that makes complete sense because again, you are doing so much, but yet sometimes you must think to yourself like, well, you just said it, oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. And then back here, you're like, but what am I going to do next week or the week after that? Like, has that taken a toll on you a little bit?
No, because my mind doesn't stop.
Mm.
My mind doesn't stop. I discussed it with Chelsea Green recently. She said, I didn't realize how much you love pro wrestling, because when I was in WWE, I was able to turn it off, right? I can go home, I could turn it off because, in WWE, not just WWE, AEW, any corporate setting, there's only so much you can control, right? So if I do my best at the things I can control, then that's it. What else am I going to do? I can't, bring it home with me. But now I can control literally everything. So my brain does not shut off. Sometimes I have trouble going to sleep because I keep thinking about whatever, who I'm going to sign next for the big rubber guys. Or I'm at the gym, I should be concentrating on like the mind muscle connection. I'm thinking about my fucking gear for Japan. You know what I'm saying? It just does not stop. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Is it a bad thing? I don't know. But that's what makes me tick. And that's why I'm not afraid of thinking about what's coming next.
Of course. No, that's a great answer because a lot of people, I think, are satisfied with just having what they have, but clearly you have goals and aspirations that are beyond just a normal setting. You're creating an empire right now. And how about though September 9th, you're taking on Colt Cabana, Premier Wrestling.
I saw that, yeah.
They announced that. And I love your comments when people announce that stuff. It's funny, you're like, I just saw that. People will put stuff out there like, oh, he's fighting this person. And you're like, did I get paid? Have I gotten paid yet? If I haven't gotten paid, stop putting me on posters. That's part of the layers of who you are.
Sure. So, I mean, listen, Premier Streaming Network, I won the Wrestling Showcase last year, won their championship. I've been carrying it all year round, and I defend it now against Colt Cabana. Colt is not only a great friend of mine, someone I look up to and admire. He made indie wrestling cool, in my opinion. He's the working man. But that was what, over 10 years ago with this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm the indie god now, pal. So it's the past and present of the indies coming. The indies explode, if you will. Colt Cabana versus myself. We've never wrestled. I don't think we ever have. So I'm gonna be very. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm excited, but I'm gonna beat him. Sorry, pal.
Sorry, on September 9th.
Pal. Sorry, pal.
Sorry. The agent. We said it. The agent will beat you, Colt Cabana. But I got to say, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. I know you have so much to do today and tomorrow and the future, but the agent, the Indy God, the Deathmatch King, always ready. Matt Cardona, thank you so much for being here on Tank Out. I've been Seafall. He's Matt Cardona. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.